I don't know, and especially the housing market now. I mean, like, Jesus Christ.
That's another big part that I was going to touch on about being 30, because I know a lot of people who you know how you always hear the saying, like people say, live it up in your 20s. Just live it up. Do whatever you got to do. And then when you turn 30, you realize your friends are buying houses. Your friends are getting married. You might be included in that. God forbid you're not. People look at you crazy. So you might run into somebody from high school, has 2 kids, owns a business. They're doing great. And no knock to anybody living in an apartment. But you might be sitting there like, shit, I should have that by now. I should have a nice car. I should have a nice job. I'm the same age as this person. I went to school with this person. It's a sense of pressure that comes on you when you turn 30. And it's stupid, because I feel like you should be able to work at your own pace. Everybody's not going to get it to the same place at the same time. Right. That's just not how it works.
Absolutely.
But like to put a timeline on it, which unfortunately society has done, you put a timeline on that. So now you're sitting there thinking, I've done nothing. So I think when people think like once you hit that 29 mark and you're about to turn 30, that's what hits you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's scary. And that and apparently you don't have knees. I mean, it's hard to imagine going through all of that without knees.
Oh, and back problems.
And back problems. So what do you just like avoid lifting anything heavier than 4 pounds?
No, you still do it, but just realize there's gonna be some discomfort and pain.
You just wake up hurting.
Yep.
I mean, you can control it depending on like what you do to take care of yourself, but it's still gonna be some pain in there. You're not gonna be as loose and limber as you used to be.
Hell no.
Fair. Well, goddamn. I mean, I think that it's gonna be this thing that is gonna be, like you said, the pressure. Like you're gonna feel the pressure no matter what. But I agree, like it's kind of like the societal pressure to like be something by 30. I imagine that weight's gonna hit no matter what I have at that time. You know what I mean? Like, because there's always something, like if you're not like at where society says you should be at 30, like in all regards, like if you don't have the place that you want or the relationship that you want or the job that you want, like it's in any regard, like the one of those things has the potential to like throw your entire emotional like equicent or just out of whack, basically. And I don't think it has to be like that, especially with all the shit that we have to deal with. I mean, I feel like you said, like you could just go at your own pace. And I mean, I feel like the number one thing anyone should be focused on is like their own personal happiness. The more you know like how to achieve that, to me, the richer you are in the world. Like, I think that's the best way, because it's different for everybody. You could squander your entire life trying to fulfill the societal norms to kind of receive the rewards for being a good husband or a good father or having the job that you dreamed of having or whatever. You could like break your bones trying to fit into that role and realize that it doesn't even make you happy. Like it's not even like what you, and so now it's like you have to be this thing because you've spent all this time and you've like devoted so much of yourself to being this thing. Like and it's hard. I imagine that it's, and I feel like some people feel like they have to be that. Like they can't like be like, but it's like, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. I think.
Yeah. And that's to piggyback off that. That's where the I don't give a fuck meter comes in. And it's like, if I don't want to do something, I'll just say no. Like when you reach a certain age, especially after 30, you're gonna say no a lot and just not care about making other people happy. It's like, I leave my house when I feel like it, and if I don't want to, then I don't. But it's like, it's just, I do what I want to do, what makes me happy. And a lot of what makes me happy is doing a lot of nothing. It's just...
Does that happen when you get 30? You just like a lot of nothing is appealing?
It depends on the person you are, man. Like with me, it's the whole going out thing is cool for folks and stuff, but it's like, the older I got, the more I valued just my space and I valued my time. Because I didn't have a lot of that growing up, so it's like you just kind of value being stationary and just not doing anything, just for a little bit.
Right.
And I love it, man. It's great. And I can just chill.
Like finding satisfaction in like the small little thing.
Yeah.
As corny as that sounds, it's just like he said, it's about doing nothing. Sometimes it's just like, shit. All I did was sit on the couch, drank something, ate something, but you know what? I feel good. I find value in this. I got to relax, especially having children.
Yeah.
Like three out of the 4 of us here are fathers. Is nothing like.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's nothing like sitting there with your child, even all day. Sometimes you don't realize it until the days pass. Like, I did nothing but sit at home with the kids or a kid all day. You know what? That was not bad.
Yeah,
and
man.
then the thing that you think about is like the kids actually enjoy that, and you don't realize that. And part of some sort of, for me, is like a security about being 30. It's like you think about your parents. You think about how you grew up when they were your age. And you realize, shit, I don't have it together. They probably definitely still don't have it together because back then, I grew up with 5 siblings. My mother was 35 when she had me, I believe. And it's like, damn, I thought I was supposed to have it together. My parents, who I look up to, didn't have it together. So it kind of makes you feel better like, okay, I'm not a failure. I'm not a fuck up. I am just working. And that comes with the maturity of not necessarily just being 30, but just getting older and having experiences in general.
Yeah, the older you get, the older you realize that a lot of that stuff just doesn't matter. Like timelines don't matter. When you're supposed to do something, it doesn't matter what you're supposed to do. It matters only to you. It's just, if you feel like doing it, go for it. If you didn't want to buy a house until you're like 42, who gives a shit? Like, that's just what you want to do. But like when you're in your 20s, it's kind of like people put these ideas in your head that you're supposed to be married at a certain time. You're supposed to have a house at a certain time. Yeah, when you get older, you just realize, I do what the fuck I want.
Yep.
Just, who cares?
I made a bad decision putting you next to that window, dude. I feel like you must look like the darkest motherfucker in the entire world.
Wow.
Midnight. I've been staring at what I hope to be your eyes this whole time. I can't really tell from the angle. Like, it's just
Oh my God.
can't see anything, man. I hope
I
that
have nothing to say. That was the most racist thing.
it's our fault for putting you in the corner. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's
Jesus
not wrong
Christ.
because I'm doing the exact
You can't see
same
anything.
thing.
You can't see
And
his
I'm
eyes.
directly in shot of it.
I can't see you at all, bro. If we put Moose there, at least something. We can
Oh
catch
my God.
the corners or something of his face. That just
Hell
fucking
no.
looks like headphones are talking to us right now. Jesus Christ.
My feelings are hurt. I got nothing. I'm hurt.
But you're doing great, though. You're doing great.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm hurt, man.
You're doing good, headphones. Keep it up.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be quiet for a little while. I got recovered from that.
No, you just said your give a fuck meter was gone.
Exactly.
You plus 30 now. He was lying. This man was lying to
I don't give a
y'all.
fuck, but I got feelings.
Oh my God. I hope they can hear
Y'all talk
everything.
for a while. I'm gonna just contemplate life. It's just
Hey man, it's
find
really
out a way I can get lighter.
it's our fault for not having curtains.
You don't need to be lighter. You're perfect. God, what you're
It's just the
saying.
way we are. We need curtains, is what I was saying. That's really all of this was so I could say we should put curtains in the budget because we need some fucking
So
curtains.
you had to roast me.
It looked like the window been doing that this whole time. Bro. What I was trying to say, we
Still.
shouldn't have put you over there, bro. It's our fault. And we don't gotta I still, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yo.
man.
All right.
I'm so glad we don't have an HR department.
I mean, this was off the back of me coming off some gems I was trying to drop.
You-
and
you-
Jamil just looked me dead in my face. You are black as shit
He just looked at
in that corner. Like, he didn't even comment on anything I said. He's just like, nigga, you black.
Oh, man.
My bad, bro. Goddamn, we need some curtains.
Contrast in
and
this
shit.
room is.
It's just,
Yeah.
man, you got a dark shirt on, nigga. I don't know.
Everybody does.
He got a point.
Yeah, I guess.
And
but-
mine's blue.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
good, man.
Back to what we were saying.
And he was not good.